What would you say if I told you that the geopolitical dynamics in the Indo-Pacific region are shifting in a big way? Yes, you heard it right. The Philippines is on the verge of signing a military pact with Japan. But why now? And what's the reason behind this move? It all began in November of the year 2023, when the Philippines and Japan started negotiations for what is known as a reciprocal troop arrangement. This agreement is expected to streamline the procedures for Japan's self-defense forces and the Philippine military to deploy troops and equipment on each other's soil, strengthening their military ties. So, what sparked this sudden urge for military cooperation? Look no further than the dragon in the room: China. The growing intimidation from China in the Indo-Pacific region has been the trigger behind this anticipated defense cooperation agreement. The escalating aggression from Beijing has put both the Philippines and Japan on high alert, pushing them towards a strategic alliance. But let's not forget about the role that Washington plays in this geopolitical chessboard. Both Tokyo and Manila are significant allies of the United States in the region. There have been whispers on social media that the upcoming defense agreement between the two states has been backed up by officials sitting in the Pentagon. While these claims are yet to be verified, it's clear that the US has a vested interest in this alliance. The Philippine Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro announced this development on January 16th, stating that the pact is expected to be finalized in the first quarter of this year. This move is seen as a strategic step to counter Beijing's expanding aggression in the region. This marks a new chapter in the Indo-Pacific region's geopolitical landscape, and one thing is for sure: the world will be watching closely. This military pact with Japan isn't the only strategic move by the Philippines. The country is also fortifying its ties with other international allies. Let's delve into the details. The Philippines is putting its diplomatic gears into overdrive. Not content with just the looming military pact with Japan, the country is looking to strengthen its position by forming alliances with other countries. The Defense Secretary of Manila, Gilberto Teodoro, recently shared that the Philippines and Canada are in the process of drafting a memorandum of understanding for further defense cooperation. This move clearly demonstrates the Philippines' intent to broaden its strategic alliances. Canada's role in this strategic game of chess is noteworthy. The North American nation has shown keen interest in strengthening its ties with the Philippines. Reports indicate that Canada is eyeing to provide significant aid to Manila. This aid, it is hoped, will bolster the Philippines' defense capabilities and provide a much-needed boost to its military infrastructure. This proactive approach by the Philippines in courting allies is a clear response to the escalating aggression in the region. By aligning itself with nations that share its concerns, the Philippines is effectively building a strong coalition against potential threats. The negotiations with Japan for a reciprocal troop arrangement are part of this larger strategy. The agreement is expected to streamline the procedures for Japan's self-defense forces and the Philippine military to deploy troops and equipment on each other's soil. This is a significant step towards strengthening the Philippines' defense strategy, with Japan being a key player in the region with robust military capabilities. In conclusion, the Philippines is leaving no stone unturned in its bid to fortify its defense. The country is making strategic moves to strengthen ties with regional partners and other international allies. This coalition-building strategy not only enhances the Philippines' military capabilities, but also sends a strong message to any potential adversaries. It's evident that the Philippines is not leaving any stone unturned in its bid to fortify its defense. By strengthening ties with regional partners and other international allies, the country is effectively building a strong coalition against potential threats. Now let's take a look at what this military pact between the Philippines and Japan could mean for the region, and more importantly, for China. Firstly, the pact could streamline procedures for Japan's self-defense forces and the Philippine military to deploy troops and equipment on each other's soil. This means that the two countries could respond more quickly and efficiently to any immediate threats or acts of aggression. This is particularly crucial as China continues to assert its rights over disputed territories in the region. Manila has expressed fears over China's potential invasion of the second Thomas Shoal, a resource-rich waterway that acts as a primary shipping corridor in the disputed South China Sea. This pact could provide Manila with a strong ally in Japan, potentially deterring any aggressive moves by China. Moreover, the military pact could strengthen the Philippines' position in the region, as Japan is one of the most formidable defense forces in the Indo-Pacific. Japan's advanced military technology and well-trained forces could be a key asset in bolstering the Philippines' defense capabilities. This military pact could also have broader implications for the region. It could encourage other Southeast Asian countries to form similar agreements with Japan or other regional powers, leading to a shift in the balance of power. The pact also sends a clear message to China. The Philippines and Japan are ready to stand together against any acts of aggression. This could potentially make China rethink its strategy in the region, leading to a decrease in tensions. Yet, it's also important to consider that this pact could escalate tensions between China and the two nations. China could see this as a threat and respond with increased military presence in the region. With this pact, it's clear that the Philippines and Japan are preparing to counter any potential threats. This development could significantly alter the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific region. So, what does the future hold for the Indo-Pacific region with these new alliances and pacts? This is a question that is likely on the minds of many. As the Philippines strengthens its ties with regional partners and international allies, the potential for increased tensions with China becomes a stark reality. But this isn't just about tension, it's about balance. The Indo-Pacific region is on the cusp of a new era, one where power dynamics are shifting and alliances are ever more crucial. The reciprocal troop arrangement between Japan and the Philippines could serve as a deterrent to China's aggression, while also paving the way for further cooperation among like-minded nations. This is not just about military might, but also about preserving the rules-based international order and upholding international law. Moreover, the Philippines' concerted effort to shore up diplomatic and military support speaks volumes about its determination to protect its interests and sovereignty. This could potentially create a ripple effect, encouraging other nations in the region to take a stand and bolster their own defenses. Only time will tell how these strategic moves will shape the geopolitical landscape of the Indo-Pacific region. But one thing is certain, the Philippines is not backing down without a fight.